Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's the Bay Double O Indian Taco over here, and today we are starting Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses. It has been a game that has always been on my little to-do list. I've made a poll about it before a long time ago when I was Mad Regin, and I'm ready to just finally hop in. So if you're excited about this series, don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get on with the duels. As a kid, I've never beaten this game. I've always gotten stuck at the first couple levels because I never really understood. I just love the feels of Duelist Kingdom, Dungeon Dice Monsters. That's the vibes that I got off of it. And the music, absolutely banger if I remember correctly. The British Empire in the 1480s. The Wars of the Roses, a power struggle between the houses of Lancaster, Red Rose, and York, White Rose, to decide a royal successor was nearing an end. I can't read. With the Yorkish well in the lead, the reign of Richard III was but a step away. And in France, Yugi, Henry Tudor, the last Lancaster heir, I'm going to call him Lancaster, was being forced to live a life of exile. The Lancaster forces were rendered powerless by ancient cards of sorcery wielded by Seto and his 7 followers, who, known as the Rose Crusaders, served under the flag of Lord Crawford, a powerful Yorkish nobleman. Lacking a duelist to champion their cause, defeat was imminent for the Lancasters. In England, duel cards were still at the fledgling stage. Thus, the Lancasters had to look elsewhere for a duel master capable of facing the Rosecrews in battle. With this in mind, Margaret Mai Beaufort of Lancaster secretly requested a high druid to summon a duelist from another age. And that's where our story officially begins. We are now thy duelists. Crack. Do the lightning. I remember that. Let's go. Oh, it's Simon again. Ooh. Someone from a mystic circle of red and white roses, the one capable of harnessing pure power. There was truth to the legend of the Rose Duelists. Lady Margaret, I did it. Now we have the means of defeating the evil forces of the Rosecrews. Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I'd forgotten I was in the presence of the Rose Duelists. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Simon McMurran, High Druid and servant of Lancaster. May I be so bold as to ask the name by which the Rose Duelists would like to be known. Known in all the land, I am the great Onion, Charlie Brown. Oh, we'll go by Onion here. Onion, a fine name indeed. Now, there's the situation. The year is 1485, and you are currently in the Stonehenge near Salisbury, England. The British Empire is in turmoil, with the House of Lancaster's rightful claim to the throne being challenged by the Yorkish aspires, just from the people from the other side trying to take over the kingdom. The power struggle is referred to as the War of the Roses, a name based on the badges used by both sides, a red rose of the Lancasters and a white rose of the Yorkish. Right now, our kingdom is threatened by the Yorkists and their wrongful claim to the throne. All because the Yorkists enjoy the support of the Rose Crusaders and their sorceress white rose cards. Using red rose cards, we summon you, Onion, to this day and age. We hope that your dueling experience would defeat the Rose Crusaders. You know, it's kind of weird that Rose Crusaders that they're white. They have the white rose cards, and we're not called the Rose Crusaders. That's odd to me. And lead us to victory. You will help us, of course you will. Foolish of me to even doubt where your loyalty lies. Rumor has it that only the legendary Rose Duelist stands a chance against the power of Rosecrews. We appreciate any help you can provide against them. Before I forget, I should warn you the rules to dueling differ here from those of your age. Here in England, dueling is governed by what is known as perfect rule. In addition to several minor distinctions, there are 2 major differences. One is the existence of movement or positioning. The other is the deck leader concept. These are 2 aspects of dueling that were lost in the process when an ancient sport of duel monsters was adapted to card form. So, kind of like the Noah series, the Noah arc. Not Noah arc, not trying to make a funny joke, but in Yu-Gi-Oh, if y'all remember the cyber world where they all got sucked up into the world against the Big Five and Noah, Yeah. The perfect rule represents these lost rules. They were miraculously revived here in England. Perhaps a practice duel will serve better than an explanation, shall we? Nah, I don't need it. We'll just go on with our day. First, Onion, you must select a deck to duel with. It is important that you feel the vibration. I have to feel the vibrations of a deck leader. What are we talking about? The minute resonates that ring, true to your soul. This card themselves draw their power from the energies of the Ancient Ones. The deck leaders act as an intermediate between the Ancient Ones and the deck wielder. Onion, it is essential that you select a card leader whose rhythm matches their stirrings of your soul. The strings of your souls. God, here are several decks from which to choose. Give it some serious thought and make your selection. Choose carefully, for the deck you select will guide the destiny of your duels. Luminous Soldier, Karul, and Tactical Warrior. I want to say Tactical Warrior might be the way to go. No, let's spin a wheel. No full view. That's fine. Alright, so Cryul. So Cryul, I believe that's the dragon one. Alright, this could either be a really, really good choice or a really, really bad choice. Let's see if Destiny loves me or not. Oh, I see you have selected your deck. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. It looks like there's some truth to the rumors that the Red Rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? Yeah, that's so smooth. Great music. It's been some time since the Battle of Barnet, old one. Rosencruz, what brings you here? Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you once before that you may only address me as Seto. Or does memory fail you, old man? And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. I must admit there's a certain aura of power emanating from you. I believe an introduction is in order. I'm Seto, leader of the Rose Crusaders. There are members of our little group who prefer to call me by the name of C. Rosencruz. I ask you again, what brings you here, Seto? Mind your manners, old man. What else would bring me here? I've come for the Red Rose cards. I almost said Rose Crusader, for the Rose Duelist, but after all, it was you who summoned me. After all, it was you who showed me how to summon the capabilities would evolve when the Red Rose cards are combined with the transport powers of the White Rose cards. You aren't thinking of attempting the Forbidden Rose summon? If so, then the Red Rose cards must never fall into your evil hands. Card sorcery taps into the power of the Ancient Ones. By their very nature, each card is a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. The Rose cards alone harness tremendous powers. There's no telling what horrors might unleash to the world by combining both red and white. I will sacrifice my own life if needed to be to prevent any from uttering and the spell of doom. Jeez, I cannot read. The spell of doom, fool. The 16 red and white cards grant power overall. Druid Legends has twisted the true meaning of these cards. We, Rose Crusaders, have sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of the cards, and we shall do so by extending the rule of Richard III throughout the known world. By the way, it was clever of you to form a circle of red rose within the white rose barrier to summon the Rose Duelist. Ooh, Simon, you sneaky fuck. But you were foolish to come alone. This area is surrounded, and if you wish to leave with your life, you will do so only by handing over the Red Rose cards. Me, a fool? Then what about you? Are you fool enough to actually believe the Red Rose cards would remain here in my possession? Right after the summoning, I had the cards disappear among our best duelists to keep them from your tainted hands. Then you leave me with but one option. I shall enlist the aid of your precious Rose Duelists. You take leave of your senses. And you speak too soon, old man. Heed my words, duelist. If you wish to return to your prior time period, you will require 16 of the red and white cards. The red and white positions must be laid out in reverse of the summoning order to send you home. You know the spell? Since you need the 16 rose cards just as much as we do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards, and I shall guarantee you return after we've achieved your ultimate goal. An absurd proposal. Do you think that Honorable Onion would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon's side has 8 of the red rose, while my side, the Rose Crusaders, has possession of 8 white rose cards. I mean, it's dead even. As the numbers are even, simply arithmetic indicates that you could side with either of us. But I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war after all, who was desperate enough to summon you in this first place. I mean, he makes a point. I think it's quite clear which side is better positioned to send you home. Oh, Onion! Heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic. Simon, must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what, why don't we leave the decision to our dear duelists? After all, Simon, the duelist's future is not for us to decide, is it? Well, yes, but... Splendid. In keeping with the tradition of the old temple gardens, I offer you a choice, duelist. Here are 2 roses. The white represents me, and the red for old Simon here. For the sake of justice, choose the red rose! Stand by my side, duelist. Choose the white rose. Alright, well, I don't have a choice. The wheel has a choice. Sorry. Here we go. Are we going to be joining Yugi or Kaiba? Well, we're joining Kaiba. I mean, he did make some very valid points. Let's be honest here. A wise choice, duelist. I see you are well versed in judging a situation. Welcome to the Rose Crusaders. I am honored. Okay, old man, it's time you made yourself scarce. What? What are you doing? Stop! No! Did he just send him to the shadow room? Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. I just need you out of the way until everything is settled. Now, let's talk about the red rose cards. Simon mentioned that he spread those cards among certain individuals just after summoning you. I think it's safe to assume that a large number of those individuals are his confederates currently located in France. I would like to ask you to enter France from Dover and retrieve those cards of our cares. Wait, to retrieve those cards. I would go myself, however, I am needed here to maintain our barrier against any invaded forces. According to the legend, one must use a deck whose cost is lower than an opponent's to capture a rose card of another color. Remember, a deck that costs lower than that of an opponent is key. I've also heard somewhere that the Celts inherited their red rose cards from the original inhabitants of Stonehenge. This would mean that our enemy Yugi, who comes from a line of Welsh nobility, would likely have inherited one of the red rose cards. This means that those who oppose the Rose Crusaders are sufficiently equipped to duel against us as equals. Given their desperate situation, they will retaliate with everything they've got. It would be wise not to underestimate them. I'm depending on you. Alright, got you. Got you, Kaiba. Alright. So we only have one choice. Alright, so who are we going up against? T. Gardner! Alright, she is way overpowered compared to us. Alright, let's check out our deck real quick. I feel like we gotta at least check it out, see what we're getting ourselves into here. We need a Thunder card. Essentially, we need a Thunder card so we can make Thunder Dragon. If this is anything like Forbidden Memories, fusion is gonna be a thing. The Rose Duelist, you dare to betray the hopes of Prince Yugi? Yeah, not your beloved Yugi. I'll teach you a lesson you'll never forget. Yeah, okay. Okay, Taya. Okay, Taya. You go say that. You go say that to yourself, Taya. You think you the bomb, but I'm the .com. That was so... Okay! Yo, I like this. Banger soundtrack. So what we got? 500 for Fiend. Put that there. It won't let me. Is there a way to change our master? Our deck master? Because like he would be so clutch. He would be so clutch. You know what I mean? Oh, they tell you there's no leader abilities. Well, this sucks. Why is he hurt? Okay, we got to make a change at some point. Okay, so essentially that makes it that we turn a Labyrinth piece into a normal piece. Not a good start to our deck, I'm not gonna lie. I'll lay that back right there. We'll move forward. She can't have that power. She can't have that many powerful cards, right? One wouldn't imagine. Okay. So I have 0. So, alright, so I'm guessing based off of this, because like 4 right there for movement rise, right? And we have a little star right there, there's 3, so we can do at least 2. I feel like the more moves we don't make, the more we can summon. I think that's how they're like. Okay, I think that's how they're doing it. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. I want to see what that is. I want to see what one of these cards are in front of me. Obviously, she has no cards that can, like, really do anything. Okay. Okay, so yes, I can move. So what I'm thinking of is that... Yeah, I feel like that's goated. There we go. Power increase. Perfect. I don't want to... Yeah, there we go. All right. All right. She has like a very plain field, so like there's no stat boost or like any kind of advantages. Oh, you barely beat me with that hourglass. All right, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. I don't want to look at animation to like bad cards. I want to look at animation to like cool cards. Spellbound. Yeah, your egg is about to get scrambled. Let's see what the man-eating treasure chest looks like. We're just going to take a little peek. You know what I mean? Just a little peeky poo. So you're shooting a beam of green light at me. Too bad I'm about to eat you. Clump, clump. Mmm, egg delicious. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Get owned. 16? Alright, so we're playing with 4,000 life points. I didn't even realize that. Alright, yeah, well, this is kind of... Oh, I should have waited. Oh, King... Yo, Panic. Panic, if y'all remember from the OG series. Hopefully this doesn't... Oh, I should have seen if it did any kind of effects also. Because it has an effect. Please tell me this hourglass doesn't like spellbound me or anything. Wait, what just happened? Alright, so she's at 4,000 at this point. Alright. Yo, we might win this duel. We might win this duel. Yeah, let's go. Not bad. Not bad. I gotta find a leader within a leader ability. And I gotta see how I can change my leader too. Because obviously he ain't gonna be doing it. Changes every card to zombies. He's only a single move. I'll put him in defense because I feel like that's fine. Do we have any cards that are gonna... I mean, essentially, it's just a waste of card at this point. I don't know if that's going to affect that. So, I mean, well, we got to, like, waste a card, honestly. All right. Well, I don't know if that was worth it or not, because now we're down the... All right. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, T? You ain't teaching me nothing. Oh, they gained 1,000 from that. Oh my gosh. All right. The game has begun. And it got a bonus. $16,500, so we'd still get the 1,000 bonus. Turn into a zombie. Oh, dude. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. Oh, jeez. So I feel like we can waste the labyrinth. I feel like we can waste it. Oh, it doesn't turn their cards into zombies. It just turns my cards into zombies. I mean, I guess that would make sense to give it like a bonus. We'll just do that to begin with. Jeez almighty. Jeez almighty. Was not expecting that. Oh, dude. That angel literally just wrecked my day. Dude. So I gotta be on the fence every like second I have a chance. This is crazy. It's crazy, man. Yes? Yeah, I think that's fine. So, light monsters get a 300 strength. Are you a light monster? Oh, thank God you're not a light monster. Alright. I think that's good. Alright. Now, here's the true question. What's gonna happen, everybody? Are you gonna attack? Let's go. Get owned. Not bad. The Gidu is doing good. The cards are doing good. We had one little shock and surprise throughout this, like, matchup. Did we win? Gidu! Let's go! First dubs, everybody. That's big. That is big. Oh, okay. So we have a chance of getting their cards, huh? That's big. That's big right there. But, I mean, we don't have it really any light monsters, so, like, that's not really going to help us. But a fairy, though, that's not bad. If they have, like, an ability. I guess I lost. It pains me to know that I lack the strength to protect my lord and love. Got a rose card. Ching. Tristan, I got your card, Tristan. Alright, so we're going to definitely grind out a little bit and, you know, because, like, I think we're going to make each episode, like, the character we're facing off. But, yeah, we'll do each character. And then, yeah. I feel like that's kind of perfect. We'll do each character. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of this episode, everybody. Next time we're back here, we're going to be going up against Tristan. And yeah, hopefully we can beat him with the Cyber Commander. That'd be kind of ironic, right? If you know, you know. So hey, if you're excited about the next episode, don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to subscribe. And at the end of each episode, always remember, be good people. I love you. Till next time, Otaku out.